What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 13 of our Liverpool FC Let's Play here in FM20. We're back, and it looks different, doesn't it? Yes, today we are using a version of TCS skin. This is the skin that I used last year. It's made by Tom, and it's a good-looking FM skin, and it's back again for another year. Now, the version that I'm using here is not actually out yet. It will be out with the full release of the game, hopefully. So within the next week, it'll be out. I will do a video as soon as this is publicly available. There's still a few weird little bugs and stuff that it would be nice to fix. But yeah, I thought for today's video we'd use it. So say goodbye to FM20 Purple. I know for some of you guys who play this game a lot, you close your eyes at night and you see the colour purple. Anyway, let's have a look through the end of season stuff here at Liverpool. And actually, before we get into this video, I want to talk about my plans for the future of this series. So, I've been ill the last week, quite very ill, in terms of I was pretty much out of commission for 4 days. I didn't go into work for a week almost. And it's not been very good. Now, fortunately, I had a load of videos backlogged, so I've been able to kind of space them out. But as a result, my content during the beta has been a little bit kind of scattered, and it's left me in this weird situation now where we're finishing Season 1 here, and we've won everything that we could ever hope to win here at Liverpool. And the full game's coming out, and so with that in mind, I don't think I'm going to do a Season 2 here at Liverpool, at least not in the immediate future and not here on YouTube. Maybe we could stream it or something over on Twitch. Maybe, you know, I'll do a few update videos if I choose to play it in my own time, but I feel like this one season we had some fun at making our tactic, which I might still do a video on this tactic, just talking about it and sharing it. I might test it a little bit just in the full release of the game to make sure it's still as good as it was for us here. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that. But I feel like we've got to grips with the game. I've learnt the basics, and now I'm ready for, you know, FM full-on 20 goodness. Now, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Let's talk about this before we get into today's episode. A bit of a heart-to-heart. I don't know what I want to do for my main FM20 save, and it's a massive problem. I feel like as a YouTuber, there's so much pressure on you just to have an idea and do it really well. And I want to do something that my heart and soul's really into, but every day I wake up and I have different ideas for what I want to do. Originally, it was going to be Parks to the Prem, and I was thinking, you know, lower league, English save, where we move between clubs up the pyramid. I've seen a load of people doing content like that already. Then I thought about doing the Pentagon Challenge. It's a challenge where you try and win the 5 Champions Leagues around the world, and I failed it twice already here on the channel. Yeah, it's beaten me twice. Would it be worth going for it third time lucky? And part of me is in the back of my mind now, we're thinking that that is the better idea of the two there. The other idea I had was to do a shorter term save in Spain with a Red Bull Barcelona team. I have tweeted out about this over at WorkTheSpace. I've even made an intro for that possible series, but I just don't know. I kind of want to get into like a really big epic save for the year, and I feel like doing another shorter term save like that maybe isn't the smartest move. Right now, I feel like it's between the Pentagon and Parks to the Prem. Please let me know your thoughts. What would you like to see? I am genuinely curious. If you're someone who never leaves a comment, let me know here. And especially if you're someone who's been watching the Liverpool series, because I value you extremely highly, because you're someone who really enjoys the content that we put out, be it with Liverpool or be it with anyone else. But anyway, let's digress. Let's cut things off there for the rambling. As I said, this is going to be the end of Season 1 review. I did actually start doing a Season 2 kind of pre-season, and the team that we had was just a bit silly by the end of it, which made me lean more towards the this is just going to be too easy kind of camp that I think a few of you guys are in, and people have expressed that in the comments. But anyway, fans player of the season was Mo Salah with 35%, Dybala not far behind, Mane got goal of the season. Let's take a look at it, shall we? I mean, is this the one from the halfway line? It's got to be, right? Yeah, it is. I mean, of course it was going to be. He scored from the blooming halfway line. Let's just enjoy it again. Sadio Mane, you absolute nutter. What a mad goal that was by Mane. Absolutely love it. Dybala was the signing of the season. At £60 million, I feel like we got really good value for money out of him. 15 goals, 6 assists, 7 player of the matches. A 7.73 average rating is nuts. And young player of the year went to Joe Gomez, who is someone who improved a hell of a lot. You can see here, we can put on a progress panel. You can just see, even in the last month, he's really spiked up in terms of how he's judged when it comes to his ability. But just as a player on the whole, whilst there's not a load of attributes, you know, above 15, you know, there's only a few that are this lovely glowy yellow. The amount of 15s across the board that Joe Gomez actually has is nuts. He's been so good for us. Not had any real injuries, issues with injuries, even though that has been a bit of a concern with him. And to be honest, he's been the big surprise package for me. Alongside Van Dijk, I think he's been absolutely essential. You can see here, we win everything except the Charity Shield. Does anyone care about the Charity Shield? I don't feel like they do. But yes, it's been... I want to say it's been like, a super challenging season, but it really hasn't been. Things kind of just clicked and they worked. And when I did this save and I was starting it, I was like, is this going to be hard at Liverpool? I mean, I didn't really know. I feel like in hindsight, I should have known. Liverpool's team is very good. I thought Man City were going to be way better than they were. I feel like it's always a thing during the beta that teams with really good squads don't actually perform that well. You can see our actual points total is less than that of Liverpool last season in real life when they finished second. So... yeah, make of that what you will, but we didn't do as well as Liverpool did in real life, but we still managed to win a hell of a lot of stuff, including, of course, the Champions League, which we did last time out. You can see the club vision here. We've been kind of suggested what it's going to be for next year, obviously. This isn't going to have an immediate bearing on us. In fact, it's not going to have a bearing at all, but it's still interesting. You can see here, maintain the club status as the most reputable team in Europe, maintain our club status as the biggest club in the world, maintain the club status as the most reputable club in England, and then we also have the best youth systems in the world and country. These are like really mad kind of things. I mean, I love this 5-year plan stuff. I hadn't seen these items before. That's really, really cool, actually. Team meeting, we're not going to bother doing because we're not going anywhere with it. You can see post-match report after that Champions League final against PSG. 1-0 it finished. Alexander-Arnold, what a performance by him. If we look here, Salah wins the Golden Boot. 7 goals and an assist to his name. He's pretty good, isn't he, that Mo Salah kid? Pretty good. Not bad out on the right-hand side for us, playing as an inside forward, cutting in. Really did value his contribution highly, just in terms of what he offered for us. The best goals in the Champions League. Fabinho's in this list, so I now want to view it and see what happened. We've also got FC Copenhagen here. They've got Nicholas Bentner in their team. Of course they have. I didn't actually pay attention to who scored their goal here, so I don't know where the shot's going to come from. I mean, it's a tidy finish by Bartolek. I'll give him that. I'm not sure if that's goal of the season worthy. Is that worthy? I'm not sure. Let's have a look at our goal here. This is against Napoli. It's the Fabinho one. I guess this is going to be the goalkeeper badly clearing the ball. Yeah, it is. This is actually a really good finish by Fabinho, by the way. To take it down and hit it like that, that is difficult. I know the keeper's massively out of position, but it's not like he's tapped it and it's trickled into the back of the net. He has hammered that home from range. And then goal of the season. I didn't actually see who got it. I'm going to assume it was... I was going to assume it was Bayern, but it's not. It's going to be Tottenham bringing it forward. Who scores it for them? Christian Eriksen. I mean, that's a nice finish in off the post. I think Fabinho's was better. Maybe I'm being biased. Anyway, Dream 11 here for the European Cup. Wow, okay, Henriks gets in at left back, which I absolutely love. Of course, we brought this guy in for a measly £5 million. He's played a decent amount of football for us in this year. And you can just see how, absolutely immense he has been for us. He has been really kind of top draw, the German. I think a good bargain buy. You can see here, best defender was Alexander-Arnold, best midfielder was Salah, then Henderson, and best striker was Firmino. Basically, what I'm realising here is we just won everything, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm just going to tell the players we're going to win the league again this year. And they all love me and the crowd goes wild. Yeah, it's been a good season here at Liverpool. As I said, I feel a little bit disappointed it was just so smooth sailing. I thought we'd have some moments of difficulty, some moments where things got particularly challenging, but it just never really materialised, which is a bit of a shame. Of course, just to look at the Premier League here, which you can see we've got all the proper colours for now, because I've got a real name fix and all the other lovely graphic bits sorted. Win the league by 8 points in the end over Arsenal. Highest average ratings was dominated by us as well. You can see here, Hector Bellerin and De Bruyne, the other players, only players who could come close outside of our team. And even kind of the top 10 was dominated by us. Interesting to see Joe Gomez as high as he is there. And also Robertson at left back. I feel like goalkeeper ratings have been way better in FM20. If we just look, Alisson's average rating is it's only a 7. Maybe I should take that back. I feel like it's still been pretty good. I mean, Adrian, 7.19. That would have been unheard of. That would have been like godlike goalkeeping in previous FMs. Adrian, to be fair to him, didn't do a bad job, did he? Because we were relying on this guy to be our first choice goalkeeper in our first season here, and right at the start of it with Alisson being out. And he has done the business for us for the most part. It really can't be knocked. When you just look at the average ratings across the board, Salah leading the way. Haaland, I've got to give Haaland a mention here because he really has been top draw, the Norwegian. 9 goals he got for us in the league, 5 goals in the FA Cup as well, and also 1 goal in the Champions League. I think some of those Champions League appearances that it's counting aren't our own. You can see, of course, joined us for £23 million halfway through the year. I think he was money well spent. I feel like this guy's going to be a bit of a monster just in Football Manager all year this year. But yeah, particularly for us, he's looked very, very good, hasn't he? I do really rate him highly, and in real life he's been absolutely tearing it up as well. I know this signing got memed a lot, but Connor Goldson on a 7.48 average rating for the season is pretty good. He played 6 league games for us and averaged a 7.8 rating with 2 assists. So for all the people who memed on me for signing this guy as our 5th choice centre-back, I have no regrets. He was pretty good for us. I've got to be honest, I'm just going through all these player profiles thinking about how much I'm loving the skin. I love the blue, I love the colours, it looks great. Is that just me, or does it actually look really good? Let me know your thoughts on the skin, by the way. Obviously, TCS is the skin that I used last year, and it's been brought forward again this year and added in with some, obviously, tweaks for the new game. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. I feel like the best screen is this screen. I mean, look at this. Look at it and enjoy it. The club home screen. We've got our stadium pictures, and as with all my graphics packs, they're linked down below in the description. If you want to check them out, download all this stuff, you can do. But yeah, it looks very nice, doesn't it? You can see we can put in all these extra little bits too, like stats for different teams. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's nice to be non-vanilla FM again. But yeah, overall things have just been really good. This has been a fun little experience. As a Liverpool fan, I feel like I always enjoy doing a Liverpool save. It's a shame it's not going to be a super long-term save, but at the same time, I miss when I miss when Liverpool were bad. I miss when Liverpool were a challenge in FM. I feel like right now it's just a bit too easy, and that's not really a criticism of the club. And obviously the expectations are really, really high. Like when I first took over, I was a little bit kind of put off by the fact that they were expected us to win absolutely everything. But I do feel like in response to that, we've done reasonably well during our first season. I don't feel like you could criticise our first year too much. We've done everything that we set out to achieve, and that's kind of a nice little feeling. And it's been fun to use a dramatically different tactic, trying out the inverted winger, an asymmetric 4-2-4. I think, considering it's what Liverpool don't play at all, Liverpool don't play with a playmaker, I feel like we've had some fun with it. We've done something different. Obviously, philosophy's not that dissimilar to Liverpool in real life in terms of pressing a lot. If I was going to make any observations of the beta with the match engine, it would be the fact that pressing tactics do just seem to work a lot better. You can't really play a low block, especially with the way some of the long shots fly in. But yeah, hopefully that stuff changes, because it would be nice to get a little more tactical variety in things. But yeah, I'm like in this weird point where normally if this was like the end of any other series, I'd be going through all the screens of club legends and all these people who have done amazing stuff for us. But kind of the reality is that this has been a one-season save, and it's been, I want to say, like a relative walk in the park. I mean, you look at our Champions League run here. We were very, very good throughout, weren't we? Through the whole thing, we demolished Leipzig. I will say beating Man City over 2 legs is a good little achievement. 2-1, beating Inter 5-1, and then beating PSG only 1-0 in the final. I feel a bit bad that last episode, in the final episode where we did the double finals, it was just 2-1-0. So that's kind of just the way that we did it. And when it comes to the FA Cup, we beat a lot of big teams: Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. This was definitely not the path of least resistance, was it, for us? It has been really, really, really good from that perspective. Who were the teams we lost against in the league? It was Man City, Everton and Watford, all away from home. It's not great, is it? Watford and Everton. I'm trying to remember those games. The Everton one was a bit of a write-off. The Watford game was a weird one, which I'm still not entirely sure how we lost. But that's kind of just how these things work out. You can kind of see here. 2-0 it finished. We had 61% of the ball. We had so much to play. You can see, just looking at the Premier League, Southampton, Brighton and Villa getting relegated. You guys can let me know if you think that that is an accurate portrayal of what might happen in real life. Yeah, I don't think it necessarily is. I actually think, I don't know, I was about to say I don't think it is, and then part of me is like, it could happen. Although I feel like Norwich are going to go down. I'm sorry, Norwich fans. I actually have a bias towards Norwich as well, so that might give you an idea of what I think of them. I don't think they're going to be a great team this year. You can see here, like, total appearances and stuff. They look pretty good. One thing we could end with, actually, is not the training view, Jack. The stats view. I was struggling to find it for a second. This view is beautiful. It's got a lot of information. Not all of it is useful, I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, you can have a look through this. If you spot anything, if you're someone who loves your spreadsheets, feel free to pause the video now, look through it all, and tell me some interesting stats about our team and about our players, stuff that I might have missed. I've not really used this screen at all during this Let's Play, just because there hasn't really been a massive need to change the tactics and stuff through the year. It's just kind of worked. You can see Joe Gomez topping the minutes played by 1 minute over Alisson, and then Van Dijk coming in third. Dybala. I mean, Dybala's been quality, hasn't he? He really has been, I feel like, the best player for us. You can see chances created. Who is this going to be? Most chances created is Salah, then it's Dybala. Then Olmo in behind. That's a surprise to see Olmo that high. But, I don't know, Danny Olmo's so good, isn't he, in FM? I wouldn't have him as a shadow striker, though. I'd definitely have him as an attacking midfielder or an advanced playmaker. I know his passing and vision aren't the best, but he's still pretty good, and he's got good player traits to do that kind of stuff in a team. Would be interesting, I feel like, to maybe holiday forward and see how this Liverpool team gets on. Although we've not really changed that a great deal either. At the same time, I'm in this weird spot where I'm kind of flicking through stuff, but there's not that much to look at. You know, we've kind of lived it all in one season, and now I feel like I'm ready for the next chapter. I think we'll wrap things up here. Let me know what you make of the new skin, and let me know what you make of the two ideas: Pentagon Challenge, lower league save to the top, the Red Bull Barcelona save. I don't know what I'm going to do, and I say that kind of as I gouge out my own eyes. I need to go and have a think about things. Of course, FM comes out this week. I need to make a decision pretty soon. Let me know what you've enjoyed about this, what you've not enjoyed, stuff that you'd like to see change for future series in terms of episode format and such. Obviously, beta saves is usually a good way to get back in the swing of things, and having done Leon live, where it's just been super long live episodes, one after the other for the best part of half a year, it's been, you know, fun just to get back into the routine of recording more bite-sized catch-up style videos. And hopefully we can take some of the learnings that we've had this year into the FM20 cycle. Going to be loads of videos coming your way with FM20 releasing in-game editor and pre-game editor out, so expect some experiments and the such. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching as always. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.